I tested some of the best budget tablets of 2025, and in this video I'm gonna rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all of the products will be in the description below. Oscal Pad 13. This has a surprisingly sharp display and a lot of storage for the price, plus a big battery that gets you through days of streaming or browsing. I like that it comes with a stylus and a protective case, and the PC mode is a nice touch for productivity. But man, the processor is just too slow for anything beyond basic tasks, and it's stuck on an old version of Android, which is a real bummer for anyone who wants up-to-date software or games. It's really only for folks who want a cheap media device or a backup tablet for kids, not for anyone who needs performance or the latest features. I'm putting this in the trash tier because while it's not the absolute worst, it's just not good enough to keep up with what we expect from budget tablets these days. Amazon Fire HD 10. This is a solid, lightweight tablet with a bright, crisp screen and a really good battery life, perfect for streaming, reading, or just browsing the web. I'm impressed by how much better it feels than previous Fire models, and it's super affordable. But I have to admit, the app selection is limited compared to other Android tablets, and it's not great for gaming or heavy multitasking. For the price though, it's a fantastic pick for students, kids, or anyone who just wants a reliable device for entertainment. I'm ranking this in the good tier because it's dependable and a great value for what you pay. Realme Pad 2. This tablet really stands out for its huge, vibrant 11.5-inch display and excellent battery life. I was able to use it for days on a single charge, which is impressive. The speakers are loud and clear, and it handles multitasking pretty well thanks to Realme's optimized software. My only gripe is that it's not the best for gaming or heavy tasks, and there's no fingerprint scanner. But for most users, it's a great all-rounder. If you want a big screen and long battery life at a budget price, this is a great choice. I'm putting this in the good tier because it's reliable, has a premium feel, and delivers where it matters, most for everyday use. Lenovo Tab P12. This is hands down one of the best value tablets I've seen in a while. The massive 12.7-inch display is sharp and colorful, and the performance is smooth enough for gaming, streaming, and even some productivity tasks. I love that it comes with a stylus and supports a keyboard, making it a great option for work or school. The only downside is the battery life, which could be better, but for the price, you're getting a lot of premium features. This is a tablet for anyone who wants a big, versatile device without breaking the bank. I'm giving this one the God tier ranking because it's just that good for the money. LabVIEW Tab 16. This tablet really surprised me with how much you get for the price. The 11-inch screen is bright and sharp, perfect for streaming or browsing the web, and the quad speakers are actually loud and clear, which is pretty rare at this price point. Multitasking works well, and I love that it comes with a stylus and a screen protector, making it extra useful for notes or drawing. But let's be honest, gaming is a struggle for most games run at low settings, and the battery life isn't the best. If you want something for work, streaming, and light use, this is a solid. For anyone who's not a hardcore gamer, I'm putting this in the average tier. It's not mind-blowing, but it's dependable for everyday stuff. TCL Next Paper 11 Plus. This one is all about comfort, and I mean that literally. The matte, paper-like display is so easy on the eyes, perfect for long reading sessions or online classes, and you can switch between full color and a more muted, ink-like mode for less strain. The hardware is decent, 8GB of RAM, 256GB storage, and a fast-charging battery. And it's built well, with splash resistance and a slim design. But for the price, the performance is just okay, and it's not the best for gaming or heavy multitasking. If you need a tablet that's gentle on your eyes and you're not chasing high-end performance, I think this is a good fit. For me, it's landing in the average tier, great for specific needs but not a standout overall. Xiaomi Redmi Pad SE. I was genuinely impressed by this tablet. The build quality feels premium, with a metal body and a bright, smooth 90Hz display that's great for videos and casual gaming. Performance is solid for everyday tasks, battery life is fantastic, and you get expandable storage. The downside, no fingerprint scanner, and charging is a bit slow. But honestly, for the price, these are minor gripes. If you want a budget tablet that punches above its weight, this is the one. I'm putting it in the good tier. It's a little gem for anyone who wants quality without breaking the bank. Chewy Hypad X Pro. This one's got a decent looking display for the price and quad speakers, which honestly is rare at this budget. So watching YouTube or streaming feels a little more immersive than you'd expect. But man, the performance is held back by the Unisoc T616 chip and limited RAM. So multitasking or gaming is a serious struggle. The Android 12 features are pretty basic, and there's no adaptive brightness, which is a bummer if you're using it in different lighting. Plus, the built-in button placement just feels a bit cheap. Honestly, I only recommend this if you absolutely need a big screen for video and nothing else. And even then, I'm putting it in the trash tier because for most people, it's just not worth the hassle. Otterpad X9. This is a solid pick if you want a tablet mostly for media, web browsing, or light productivity. The display is big, smooth, up to 120Hz, and easy on the eyes with all the low blue light and flicker-free certifications. The aluminum build feels premium, and the 6-speaker setup is a real treat for movies and music. Downsides, the Snapdragon 685 isn't super powerful, and 4GB RAM is a bit light for heavy multitasking. Plus, no expandable storage, and the cameras are just meh. For students, casual users, or anyone who wants a nice-looking affordable tablet for everyday stuff, I'm giving this a good tier spot. It's not perfect, but it's a great value for most people. OnePlus Pad Go. I really dig the look and feel of this one. It's thin, light, and the 2.4K display is crisp and colorful with adaptive refresh rates that make scrolling and video look smooth. The 8GB of RAM is a big plus for multitasking, and the battery life is solid for a budget device. But oh boy, the screen is super reflective, especially with dark scenes, and the build quality isn't quite as premium as it looks. Some small flaws here and there. The software is clean and fast though, and is great for productivity, media, or even light gaming. For its price, I'm putting this in the great tier. It's a fantastic all-rounder, just watch out for that glare. Apple iPad 11th Gen. This thing is fast, reliable, and built to last. With the Apple A16 chip and a sturdy aluminum body, even though the display isn't the flashiest. Everything just works. Apps launch quickly, multitasking is smooth, and battery life is great. The cameras are decent, and it supports all the Apple Pencil and keyboard accessories. Software updates will keep it fresh for years. The only real downside is the price for what you get compared to some Android rivals. But for anyone wanting a tablet that just works and gets long-term support, I'm giving this a god tier ranking. This is the best budget iPad by far and a safe bet for almost anyone. Lenovo Tab M11. This thing really punches above its weight for a budget tablet. The 11-inch 90Hz display looks sharp and smooth, and it handles multitasking and light gaming way better than you'd expect at this price. Thanks to that MediaTek G88 chip and up to 8GB of RAM. Battery life is solid, easily lasting a day or two with normal use, and the speakers actually sound pretty nice compared to others in this range. The included stylus is a nice touch, but it's not the best for heavy note-taking. Still, for drawing or doodling, it's totally fine. The one big letdown, the screen could be a bit brighter, so outdoor use isn't ideal. Honestly, for students or anyone who wants a reliable, affordable tablet for streaming, browsing, and even a bit of work, this is a fantastic pick. That's why I'm putting this in the great tier. Techlast P40 Pro. Honestly, this one feels like it's trying to do a lot but falling short in most areas. The 10.4-inch 2K IPS screen is decent for the price, and it's got LTE and a big battery, but for performance is just meh. The Unisoc T618 chip and 8GB of RAM sound good on paper, but in real use, you'll notice stutters and slowdowns, especially if you try to multitask or play anything beyond super casual games. The display is also not very bright, and outdoors is pretty much unusable. The build quality is okay, but the software experience is basic and sometimes sluggish. If you're just looking for a super cheap device to watch videos and browse the web, it'll do. But there are so many better options out there. That's why, for me, this lands firmly in the trash tier. Motorola Moto Tab G70. This tablet is kind of a mixed bag. On the plus side, you get a really nice 11-inch 2K display with good viewing angles and brightness, plus decent sounding stereo speakers and solid battery life. You can get through a day of streaming or browsing without a problem. Performance is okay for the price, but it's not going to wow you with speed. And the software is pretty bare bones, which can make navigation feel a bit clunky. It also lacks some of the extra features and polish you'd find in similarly priced competitors. Still, for someone who wants a big bright screen and good speakers for media consumption, it's not a bad choice. But overall, I think it's just average, so I'm putting it in the average tier. Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. This is another standout in the budget category. The 11-inch LCD with 90Hz refresh rate is smooth and vibrant, and the quad speaker setup with Dolby Atmos makes movies and music sound way better than you'd expect for the price. Performance is solid for everyday tasks, and it handles split-screen multitasking really well, especially if you go for the 8GB RAM version. The battery lasts a full day, and you get expandable storage up to 1TB, which is a huge plus for people who like to store lots of media. The only real downsides are the relatively slow charging and the plastic build. But honestly, those are easy to overlook given how much you're getting. For anyone who wants a versatile, affordable tablet for entertainment and light productivity, this is a great pick. That's why I'm ranking it in the great tier. Alda Q Play 60 Pro. This tablet is a real standout for the price. I'm loving the 11-inch screen with its 90Hz refresh rate, scrolling feels super smooth, and colors pop just right for streaming and gaming. The Helio G99 chip keeps things fast, and with Android 14 on board, I get all the latest features and security. Battery life is solid, charging is quick, and quad speakers make watching movies a joy. Honestly, if you want a big, smooth, and capable tablet without breaking the bank, this is it. I'm putting this one in the god tier, it's just that good. Doogie P30 Pro. This one's got a gorgeous 11-inch 2.5K display that looks sharp as heck, and the quad speakers deliver surprisingly loud and clear sound. Perfect for binging shows or listening to music. But man, the battery life is a letdown for the size, and the software feels a bit unpolished and sluggish at times, especially when multitasking or gaming. It's also missing some tablet-friendly features, and while the cameras are decent, I wouldn't buy it for photography. For people who just want a big bright screen for media, it's alright, but I'm bumping it to average tier because it doesn't quite live up to its potential. Nokia T21. This feels like a step up in build quality. Aluminum body, slim and light, and it's even got some water resistance. So it's great for travel or if you're accident prone. The 10.4-inch screen is sharp and color accurate, and finally I can stream HD video, which is a huge plus. Performance is just okay though. It's fine for browsing, reading, and streaming, but don't expect to do heavy multitasking or gaming. Battery life is solid and the speakers are good enough for casual use. For anyone wanting a sturdy, reliable tablet at a decent price, I'm giving this a good tier spot. It's got some real strengths, but it's not a powerhouse. Amazon Fire Max 11. This is Amazon's best tablet yet. Big, bright, 11-inch display, super long battery life, and performance that leaves most budget tablets in the dust. It's got a metal body, so it feels premium, and the Fire OS is snappy for everyday stuff. The downside, it's still running Fire OS, so you're limited on apps, and it's not the best for productivity or serious gaming. But for streaming, reading, and casual use, it's fantastic. I'm placing this in the great tier. It's a top pick for anyone who loves Amazon's ecosystem and wants a big, reliable tablet. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best budget tablets for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description. Alright, peace out.